ZL30G Wheeled Loader Introduction. Before operating the ZL30G Wheeled Loader, please carefully read the Safety Operation Manual kept in the driver's cab. Part of the integral loading equipment can trigger the safety warning signal. These alarms are triggered to ensure the safety operation of each part. The operator shall carefully read these signals. Different types of protection devices shall be adopted for different operations of the loader. This video is intended to help the user to learn how to operate the ZL30G wheeled loader. Only authorized XCMG Brazil distributors are permitted for this operation. ZL30G wheeled loader. The ZL30G wheeled loader is one type of articulated equipment and is equipped with one dump device with a capacity of 1.8 cubic meters in the front. The dump device can be used for various types of applications, such as the handling of mud and other types of materials. The loader can be optionally equipped with either of the following two motor models: 1006 6T Perkins motor or 6BT 5.9-130 Cummins motor. The model of the electric gas turbine is at your discretion. The hydraulic system of the loader is equipped with two lifting cylinders and one tilting cylinder, and travel end limiters to engage the automatic power cutoff. In addition to the hydro-pneumatic brake and parking brake and the drum and canvas safety lock cable brake, the loader is equipped with two Meritor Revolution shafts and one series of half shafts and one set of planetary gear central gear system within the four wheels. The fuel tank of the ZL30G wheeled loader has a 145-liter capacity and is coated with a single-layer safety coating. The capacity of the loader hydraulic system is 130 liters. The oil level can be easily read from the left side of the loader. The ZL30G wheeled loader measures 3.263 meters from the roof of the driving cab to the ground, 6.87 meters from the rear portion to the still dump device, and 5.08 meters high while the dump device is raised to the maximum height. Both sides of the motor are protected by coverings in order to help the inspection and service personnel access the motor area. The ventilation cover can be manually opened. The ventilation cover can be lifted slightly by the passive safety lock. Before the ZL30G wheeled loader is put into operation, check. Oil level of the motor. Fluid level of the cooling system. Oil level of hydraulic system. And oil level of transmission oil. Oil level of the motor. Attention! Make sure that the power supply of the motor is cut off. To verify the oil level, the operator shall access the cover cap on the right side of the motor and shall wear special protective gloves when opening the cover cap. After the cover cap is opened, the operator shall locate the oil level detector and verify whether the oil level is normal. Verify the fluid level of the cooling system. Attention! Make sure the machine is not hot and ensure that the power supply of the motor is cut off. By using the support handle and the spoke wheel located within the battery compartment on the right side of the ZL30G wheeled loader, access the observation port and verify the fluid level of the cooling system. The observation port is situated on the top rear corner of the ventilation cover. Verify the oil level of the hydraulic system. Attention! Verify that the dump device is horizontally calibrated. ZL30G wheeled loader is equipped with one graded oil level transparent observer located on the left side of the machine. The operator shall verify whether the oil level is within 7.5 and 8 limits of the measurement range. Verify the level of the transmission oil. Attention! The oil level detectors of the transmission oil are located on the left side in the articulation central portion of the machine. Make sure that the machine is stopped and then disassemble the oil level detectors and verify whether the oil level is correct. Introduction to the interior of the driver cab. The operator may adjust the seat and steering column to the most comfortable state. The control panel of the ZL30G wheeled loader. No identification number. 1. Hour meter. 2. 1 motor oil pressure measurement gauge. 3. 1 ammeter. 4. 1 fluid temperature measurement gauge. 5. A certain number of indicator lamps. 6. 1 brake pressure measurement gauge. 7. 1 oil temperature measurement gauge for torque converter. 8. 1 fuel measurement gauge. ZL30G wheeled loader is equipped with 2 sets of switching units. 1. Ventilation device switch. 2. Front signal lamp switch. 3. Roof signal lamp switch. 4. Speed selector. 5. Instrument signal lamp switch. 6. Rear signal lamp switch. 7. Working signal lamp switch. The devices installed on the right side include: no reference number. 1. Starter device. 2. Vacuum cleaner switch. 3. Parking brake control valve. 4. Gyroflex controller. The operation selector switch has 2 different operation modes, including the deceleration forward operation mode and deceleration backward operation mode. The tilting device control lever and air conditioner control system is mounted on the right side of the driver's seat. This system is equipped with 1 speed selector switch and 1 temperature selector switch, a ventilation device, and the parking brake. To raise the dump device, push the control lever forward. To lower the dump device, pull the control lever backward. To reshut the dump device, rotate the control lever leftward. To tilt the dump device, rotate the control lever rightward. At completion of operation, restore the dump device to the original position and verify whether the parking brake is activated. In order to ensure operation, flexibility, and safety, strictly abide by the above procedures and take necessary precautions. Safety. Personal protection equipment. The operator shall use 1 complete set of EPI personal protection equipment and ensure correct storage of the equipment. The personal protection equipment is dedicated to eliminate the risks that could impair personnel health and the hazards that may threaten personnel safety during operation. Attention! An operator who is in poor health, in a semi-sleepy state, not feeling well, or under the influence of drugs or alcohol is prohibited from operating the equipment. In such a case, any negligent act may lead to accidents and injuries. Working environment. Operating this equipment, if the air in the surrounding area contains flammable gas, is prohibited. In addition, keep the equipment away from the fuel storage tank, fuel bath, and other flammable fluid storage tank. Never perform electrical welding or all oxygen combustion operations on the equipment before cutting off the power supply of the battery. Essential safety during operation and maintenance. To prevent the occurrence of accidents, park the loader correctly and position the loader in an electrically neutral state. Lower all working devices and activate the parking brake. After the motor is stopped, engage the operating lever and position the safety lever into the central coupler. Then, when needed, cushion blocks may be added beneath the wheels during repair of the equipment. Safety sealant shall be uniformly applied throughout the whole loader. Make sure to strictly abide by this regulation. During repair, if the dump device is raised, place the safety lock into the connecting rod of the cylinder in order to prevent the occurrence of accidents. Maintain the cleanliness of the equipment at all times, especially the driver cab and access device. At the completion of the operation, the system examination should be done after the fluids and oils cool down. Attention! Make sure to verify the operation state of the equipment before and after each operation cycle. Attention! While performing any type of operation, never leave any tool irrelevant to the equipment composition within the equipment. Make sure to keep a safe distance between the loader and high voltage cables. Fuel supply. To supply fuel to the loader equipment, make sure to stop the loader and cut off. The smoking is strictly prohibited. Note, the fuel tank cap shall be securely fixed. Fire extinguisher and first aid kit. One series of fire extinguishers shall be prepared in accordance with the requirements of relevant standards. The first aid kit dedicated for emergency rescue shall be placed in the reserved area. Check the medicines within the first aid kit at specified intervals in order to ensure emergency readiness. Note, make sure that an emergency service number can be reached at all times, such as the emergency service number of the fire department and ambulance. Accident precautions. Never insert or place your hands, arms, or any other body parts between any moving parts of the equipment. Troubleshooting is strictly prohibited during operation of the equipment. Attention! The equipment is equipped with one set of rollover protective structure falling object protective system. The protective structure of the driver cab helps guard against accidents such as falling objects and rollovers. Before cutting off the equipment power supply, verify that the dump device is horizontally calibrated. Engage the operating lever and activate the parking brake. After walking out from the driver cab, close the windows and doors. During operation, strictly abide by the process procedure and take all necessary precautions in order to ensure the operation's safety and efficiency. Please refer to the operator's operation manual for other details. Operation and control. Make sure to read this operation manual before any operation of the equipment. The operator may adjust the driver's seat and steering column to ensure comfort. Make sure to use the seat belt. Check and ensure that the brake, switches, signal lamps, horn, and control devices are working. In addition, ensure that the operating control lever is in the neutral position. Note, while loading material, never load material in excess of the loading capacity of the dump device. The operations of the equipment shall meet the requirements of the speed control. Control. Make sure to verify the geographic and geomorphic conditions and soil type before operation, so that the operator can complete all operations safely. While operating in the downtown area, make sure to appoint one signaler or set up one series of protective fence equipped with high-performance signal device. While working in an enclosed environment, the operator shall take measures to ensure that the working environment is well ventilated to prevent the formation of high concentration of poisonous gas. Verify the following items before operating the equipment: pressure of the front and rear wheels, air tightness and waterproof performance of the hydraulic system, transmission system, brake system, motor and sandstone system, air cooling system, air intake system, and fuel system. All lubrication points and joints of the equipment. Fluid level of the radiator. Motor lubricating oil level. Hydraulic fluid level. Transmission lubricating oil level. Attention! Make sure that the service department has verified the lubricating oil level for the front axle and rear axle of the loader equipment. Verify the following items are working after the starting of the motor. All display screens and monitoring devices equipped in the driver's cab. Verify whether all switches, signal lamps, and horns are functioning normally. Attention! Maintain the motor in an idling state and observe the oil pressure of the motor once every 10 seconds. If the oil pressure observed is out of the specified standard range, cut off the power supply and ask the service department for repair. To guarantee the correct operations of the equipment, observe the reading of the pneumatic system pressure display screen until the pressure reaches 8 bars and the brake alarm stops. Under the idling state, the continual acceleration time shall not exceed 60 seconds. The equipment can be put into operation after the motor has warmed up to 40 degrees Celsius. Attention! While the motor is running at high speeds, never rotate the key switch from the on position. Equipment maintenance during initial working of equipment. The equipment passed the quality inspection and operation debugging before it left the factory. However, the inappropriate operation of the equipment will surely shorten the service life. Therefore, within the initial 50 working hours of the equipment, make sure to take all necessary precautions and abide by the careful operating principles. During the initial working hours of the equipment, do not increase the motor speed suddenly. Within this period, the actual loading amount shall not exceed 70% of the bucket capacity. While using the loader, avoid running the motor in excess of 1,500 RPM. In addition, the speed proportion for each working cycle shall meet the specified limit of the relevant standard. Please refer to the operator's operation manual for detailed value. Carefully read the revised edition of precautions prepared by the manufacturer. Verify the following items after the initial working hours of the equipment. Secure installation of main systems, including the motor cushion block, transmission system, axles, and wheels. Drainage of filter fluid in the fuel-water separator and drainage of fluid in the fuel tank. Tension of the transmission belt for the ventilation device and air conditioner compressor. Cable arrangement and battery connection. Oil levels and fluid levels of the radiator. Installation rigidity of the accelerator and brake pedal in each control device. Attention! Please keep observing the readings of the pressure display screen and the temperature reading on the control panel. Attention! Pay close attention to all kinds of noise or abnormal noise generated by the equipment. In the event of the presence of sudden noise, stop the equipment and report to the maintenance department, who will judge the seriousness of the noise. Working and control precautions. The operator shall be on the alert and shall always fasten the seatbelt. To ensure the safety of the equipment and personnel, make sure to abide by the procedure described in the operation manual. Before starting to work with the equipment, sound the horn to warn the surrounding personnel. Never put legs or arms on top of the control panel nor protrude out of the driver cab. During the operation, maintain correct body orientation and pay attention. Otherwise, negligence or carelessness may lead to accidents. Never use this equipment to transport personnel. In addition, make sure to abide by the relevant laws while in transit. Attention! To prevent the occurrence of an accident before putting the equipment into operation, the operator shall ensure there is nobody in the vicinity of the equipment and maintain situational awareness. Movement of the equipment. Step down the brake pedal and release the parking brake to pneumatically drive the equipment. Attention! To improve the operator's working comfort and maximize the effective service life of each part, make sure to lower the traveling speed during forward or backward movement and depress the brake pedal when changing direction. In addition, to improve the operator's working comfort and maximize the effective service life of each part, depress the brake pedal during deceleration. Control. Damage to the bolts of the central coupler of the ZL30G wheeled loader may lead to alignment failure between the front and the rear frames. Therefore, avoid working at high speed or install safety slopes. Safety locking cable. When the equipment is stopped, position the working selector switch control lever to the neutral position and apply the parking brake. At completion of the equipment troubleshooting, cut off the parking brake power supply and depress the brake pedal. Displacement. The speed depends on the working conditions. It shall be noted that the operation route and the method of the operation personnel shall be notified in advance, and the equipment shall be maintained under a controlled state at all times. In event of rough terrain or sliding ground, decelerate the equipment. Take cautious braking measures and change direction in a timely manner. If the visual field within the travel route is obstructed or the equipment is traveling on a narrow curved road, decelerate the equipment and sound the horn. While operating at night, adjust the traveling speed depending on the environmental lighting conditions. Once the equipment is working, make sure to turn on the headlamps and the working lamp. The equipment is equipped with one set of rollover protective structure falling object protective system. In event of falling objects, this system can withstand the dead weight of the equipment. The traveling speed will not be lowered during the lowering operation. While working on the side face, make sure to keep approximately 30 centimeters clearance between the front side of the equipment and the ground. Under emergency situations, the operator may position the equipment rapidly onto the ground to engage the brakes in order to prevent the equipment from working. Forwarding. During loading, position the front portion of the dump device close to the ground and propel the dump device toward the material to be loaded. The loader can simultaneously fulfill material collection and raise operations of the dump device. Attention! The equipment steers from the front. Ensure that the front and the rear ends can be aligned and calibrated. Parking. Select even ground and lower the front end of the equipment onto the ground. Always bear in mind to empty the dump device before stopping the equipment. If it's necessary to park the loader on an inclined area, the grading of the area shall not have a slope of less than 1/5. Bear in mind to place the cushion block in the front and the back of each tire in order to prevent movement of the equipment. Towing. Make sure to abide by the relevant guidance and instructions in order to prevent shock and other serious accidents to the loader while being towed. Never tow the equipment for a long distance. If it's necessary to tow the equipment for a long distance, seek special transport service. Use a rope with sufficient strength to endure the stress generated during the displacement of the equipment. During this operation, it's strictly prohibited to stand between the equipment being towed and the tractor trailer. Cut off the power supply to the front and rear axles and remove the screws of the support crossbeam. The traction bolts are set on the traction rope. Transport. The dead weight of ZL30G wheeled loader is approximately 10 tons. The higher dead weight is permissible while transporting sheet material for displacement. During transport, place one cushion block in the front and back of the tires in order to guard against any displacement. Before entering any area with high risks, verify whether the structure of the construction site has sufficient strength to support the dead weight of the equipment. Please refer to the operator's operation manual for other details. Regular maintenance. Service and maintenance of the wheel loader shall meet the program design scheme and abide by the relevant regulations in the operation manual. Lubrication. Apply lubricating oil daily onto each specified lubricating point and joint of the equipment. Without the prior consent from the manufacturer, no modification of any nature is allowed on the equipment. Cleaning. Make sure to thoroughly clean the equipment before any maintenance operation. Apply the parking brake before cleaning. General checking. Before starting the motor, observe whether the parking brake is activated and check the air tightness and waterproof performance of the hydraulic system parts. Verify the cooling fluid level, transmission oil level, fluid level of hydraulic units and hydraulic system, and motor oil level. Make sure that all the control switches, display screens, and control systems within the driver cab are working.